beautiful South Florida. There's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Buffalo Bills and the Miami Dolphins. Have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. Here comes Jalen Waddle from his end zone. But ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Here we go. Quick, yellow. Check you. Check up.
They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. And they are not going to let him turn the corner. Some serious pressure right out of the gate. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Once again, it's Mostert. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
Well, I'd say we're well past the time that we're trying to work out the kinks of the season, aren't we? We're already into week 3, and he's looking really, really strong. Already has won an AFC Player of the Week award.
Yeah, did that a week ago in week 2 with runs like that and then some. And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4.
Hey,
looking to pass to him. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Dolphins are 2-0 here to begin the season. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
They play pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert, taken down at the 42. This defense for the Bills, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
There's a little bit of lightning talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
When I slide, I like on the blitz. But I move my shit when I'm outside. So them ran down, call them pants down. Nigga, you
so they cite the right guard this time with a holding penalty.
There's so many different assignments you can have at that position, and sometimes you might just be a step too late and have to grab and hold on.
Bust no my opponent, no half stepping. Crush my arms totally. Wood just broke, no motion. Sleeping on sofas, creeping that house like roaches. I done went cages and stays in cage. Now free me, baby, can't keep me, baby. I beat them cases, they already hate me. They gon' want me dead when I'm on full bitch. Oh, y'all think Lil Yak retarded? Y'all ain't seen nothing yet, I promise. Niggas can't take me, niggas can't guard me. I be on the fuck nigga ass like Charmin, aka we could have been started.
Now Tua.
Remember when we were checking across?
And going deep for Hill.
I couldn't do nothing about it.
15.
Touchdown.
And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
Like a little bit. Like I'll be the kids. That's all
Putting always a concern, but the extra points have been good. It's now a 7-0 game. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Taken at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
I ain't slamming, I'm grabbing. Anyway you put it on that, you ready. Super ground. Snatch and grab. Stick and beat. Like you know.
10 at their own 21. Now a guy who played his high school ball at Miami Central. It's James Cook.
Get up on my level, get up on my level.
Gets us to the right side of midfield across the 45.
They clutching my hand. Say they killers and I wanted them. I'm not putting me. I'm really strong about these two. I put myself by the way. That's how I'm feeling something leaves.
Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside.
beefing with my chick while I'm in jail. Try not to click out my prescription, can't make bail.
You'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's second and 4. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there.
Reaching this chain of wanking your people, I'm with all this. All you want who you is, I ain't hesitate to fall back.
Or get through contact or trash. It's a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Reinventing my flow again, maintaining my element.
From the 36.
Leaving them in the wind, heard they sleeping on me, I'm cool, they ain't on my level.
It's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to take over. If you combine last week and this week, he's going to have trouble because he had 2 interceptions earlier.
He's seeing the ball understanding the receivers and positioning. I mean, just watching him work such great technique and paying it off, actually catching the ball when he has a chance. He's helping his team in a huge way.
Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to go to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs. You know what usually recovers it? The guy missed his ball and let his quarterback. And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because then they're taking their attention to the blitzers and freed up the D-lineman to make the play.
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down.
Going places, imitators hate me cause I know they faking. Sitting up at the top, this time I'm flipping baby. But in the game, my soul is not the same. They killers and I want
it turns out it's not their offense who gets them on the board from CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick 6.
And I know from experience, when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick 6s and score ourselves. You're just kidding? Well, how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
Waddle will return this from the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Again, they'll run it with Monster. And some space here. And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. And they get 17 more on that one and another first down. A run with Mostert up the middle. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. yardage. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Up the middle they go with Mostert. 52 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And they're going to work this to about the 32-yard line.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moved.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. A handoff running left is Mostert. And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
I look in the mirror and look at a killer. I grew up with niggas from you out to get you. Why keep stacking up?
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
They blood and they whip it for 30 security. Watch what you say because he can get ruined. Watch him be
Stay on
moving
the
this
ground
shit.
with
Look why I got the wheel. Niggas on what they got bodies for real. I got figured out he did 20 some years. He took it to drop, but he lost his appeal. I went to school some serial killer. They breaking your house to be serial. What's the same nigga kept first period with you? Watch you trust they might be out to get you. One more check, get put in the switch. Say the wrong thing, get put in the back. Wipe a nigga new no tissue. Bless him. Last nigga tried me, found in the back. When none of these crews most vicious. Just put the door in the still keep ass. Just put both in my penis. Niggas spoke on my name, nigga. Small like a pack.
31-yard line. Well, they tried to catch him by surprise, I think, there with that little pop pass on 3rd down, but no luck.
You're right about no luck, but I did like the idea. I like the thought process. Make an unconventional call on 3rd down sometimes. They can pop in. In this case, it didn't.
So they were able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points.
I'm expecting like up in the game. I shoot a cheater, we stopping the fray. If he get caught, ain't no walking away. Ain't doing no talking, we walking the game. If it ain't looking the game, they play. They like if they dance, they know they play. Man, we'll wop it, ain't nobody say. You gon' be no more ranks, and nobody say. He knows got angels just watching from heaven. Wasn't the time he got shot in the face. Ranks line say he got caught in the 70. Thinking about dropping the tape on the 80. Niggas ain't real, these niggas some fake. They fake, but only niggas are great. Clear the artists behind the clips and make them mistakes and give them a break. Trying to roll out the get the play. Yeah, the face you trying to break the digital church, trying to hate. Find the business, find the state. I did some time some sick-minded niggas. Stabbed in the cell and no blood on the floor. We all the hitters, they kept it up. Not the ones in the booth that turn serial
because
killers.
they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Now Allen. Got it complete to Khalil Shakir. Gets by him, and now a little daylight. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there. On 1st down, Allen. Completes to Shakir.
I knew he was going to fumble.
And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
The start of this game has me doing flashbacks and remembering when I was playing and seeing a similar start and seeing the head coach actually take a timeout and gather the whole team around him and tell everybody to get it together. Let's get some focus going here, because maybe he just sensed that maybe the whole team wasn't ready to play.
Yeah, well, they've gone interception, now fumble. He's been tough to stop in this first half. The city a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, so they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field. Again, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed, getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
On first down, they go with Mostert again. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Then he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, so it was like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just so quick. What a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. Here's a handoff to Mostert running left. A good burst there, gets inside, up to midfield.
The way I pull up, I'ma pop it, and then these niggas gon' stop.
Down there. All right, they know what they're doing because they got stuffed on the running last
Keep
first
stacking
down.
your bang and get good.
And I think
Never will, I throw some shit on niggas. I'm taking the nigga, don't roll with these niggas. I see the big picture, we up on these niggas. Never took the one, you gon' call on these niggas. I got the way you can follow me, nigga. When I get up, we can call on these niggas. Fucking shit up, we get out of shit.
And nearly struggled that time as he takes it all the way down to the 47. Miami first down, a 14-yard pickup.
And plus, this is an example breaking down a defense because a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack. He gets what he's doing. The secondary guys got to make the tackles.
They hand it off to Mostert. And we brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive.
It's
And
Liddy
like
in the
said,
city
way it's
again.
working,
You know
they
what
need
it
to
is?
stick with it.
When you hear that,
Say
Last
less.
run got 6.
Been through
Now
hell and
second
back,
and
but
5.
then pray less. Never been stingy with a paycheck. Let's get it then. All my brothers see it like the Wayans. They ask me for my help, I tell them say less. Been through hell and back, but then pray less. Never been stingy with a paycheck. All my brothers see it like the Wayans. They ever need my help, I tell them say less. I just do more and say less. Money talking for me, baby, I'm having to say less. Shorty wanted low main, and she be going low main, so I'ma need the private room. Dara told me say less. Yeah, this that satay sauce. Gotta be upfront, baby, what that valet cost. I'm a smooth operator, word to Sade's voice. Me and Diddy pulling up like next Friday, boy. Yeah, they 10s, but I keep them clean. When you really keep it player, you can keep a team. Put the whip before the stacks. Make sure they say less. Kill a rap before they chat. Say less. Been through hell and back, but then pray less. Never been stingy with a patience. All my brothers see it like the Wayans. They ask me for my help, I tell them say less. Been through hell and back, but then pray less. Never been stingy with a patience. All my brothers see it like the Wayans. They ever need my help, I tell them say less.
say less, Diddy Bopper with a lituation. On the couch, throwing signs up like Croatia. Sliding with the mobster, throwing pepper lobster. Walnut shrimp outside like Vaughn Zip. 2 million on the car with no stomachs on the still. They be gangsters on the block, catch a charge that ain't civilians. Now back to the private room, poker with the life. When I tell them say less, I ain't talking about the price. On that say less energy, she spinning me up curtain fast. Catching suckers, Jack Harlow style, flying first class. Still ducking all the crabs, eating all the lobster. Hopping out like 50 off the helicopter.
Say less. Been through hell and back, but then pray less. Never been stingy with a paycheck. All my brothers eating like the Wayans. They ask me for my help, I tell them say less. Been through hell and back, but then pray less. Never been stingy with a paycheck. All my brothers eating like the Wayans. They ever need my help, I tell them say less.
Sanders' kick is good. And that'll open the lead up to a touchdown now at 13-6. So able to add on to their first half 3-1 lead here, Charles, forcing the
miscue with a
fumble and then turning that into 3 points.
Yeah, and more than happy to accept any mistakes the other side is willing to make. No problem. You turn it over, we'll take that, and we'll use it to expand our lead.
So I had to grind like that and shine like this in a matter of time I spent on some locked up shit in the back of the paddy wagon, cuffs locked on wrist. See my dreams unfold. Nightmares come true. It was time to marry the game, and I say, yeah,
Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp, and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Allen now looks to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. And that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. And the Dolphins beef up the secondary here as they look to stop them on 3rd down. To throw, it's Allen. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
And I feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender because that big man did not want to go down and refused to go down. If you're a defender and you'll get the right angle on a big tight end like him, he can run right through you like you're not even there. And he did a lot of that on that play.
When it come to me, I got niggas that's rolling. I got niggas throwing bees. I done did the DOA. I done did the KODs. Every time I'm in that bitch, I get the throwing 30 G's. And now I'm hanging out that drop head. I'm riding down no collar. They let my nigga earn back home. That young nigga be wild.
Snap comes at 1, and it's Allen.
Damn, Cook, you going for it?
That time as Allen falls to the ground.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
No, that tour life ain't good. Catch me dead at MIA. That day he came on wood. With that promo life in my feet.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
First down for Stephon Diggs there. We've really seen him become a true superstar in the last couple of seasons. He's made his first 2 Pro Bowls after 2020, 2021 with a career high 10 touchdowns to cap off the 2021 season. And only Cooper Kupp and Devontae Adams have more catches than him since 2020.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So the completion good for 7 there. And it's 2nd down.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved.
Gave it to him.
It's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Keon Crossen. And the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
And going deep for Hill. And got his man complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. And And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively. Virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And that is incomplete.
Put that over there, boy.
It appears they're going to come up empty on this first drive of the second half. Still down by that slim margin.
Yeah, and that's okay. You know, when you sit and analyze it, they're not happy about what happened, having to go to the bench. But
Just make that throw, Allen.
Their defense do some work, while they on the sidelines go over what they're doing offensively and formulate a proper plan.
A 41-yard punt there with no return, and it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Ultra. They'll start on the ground with Mostert. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Brought down by Ed Oliver.
Early down stuff will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Second down, here's Mostert again. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. We need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. To a hit, and the ball is out. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
Well, that's the down and distance coaches always talk about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's 3rd and long. And you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him. Sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did. Yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
On 2nd down, Cook. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Has his man, it's Shakir. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And that's a nice job of working his way open down in the red zone. Looked that one in and then made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and you want to give him a little extra for the effort, but instead he sets his guys up in excellent shape with a 1st and goal.
Allen now on the sneak, and he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Josh Allen hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bills take advantage of the field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. And he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Waddle is going to elect to not bring this out, and instead his guys will begin at the 25-yard line. 1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky.
Oh, I moved out the way. Damn, I fucked with it.
Down the numbers. There he goes. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Raheem Mostert with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is up to 8. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
On 2nd and 7, Allen. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Throwing now is Allen. Going deep for Diggs.
Geez, come on, we put a hole there, man.
Shot couldn't get in.
Come on, man.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Here's Hill on the return. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Here's Tua.
Boy, let me get that.
It's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Emmanuel Agba finding his way to the ball for a big stop there behind the line of scrimmage.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
On 2nd and 12, Allen. A quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Allen. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them. No.
Damn, come on, man.
Touchdown, Miami. Tyreek Hill with a 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Dolphins will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is up to 15 now. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Taken at the goal line. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now Allen. And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number. Not in this league. but a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing. Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. It's complete to Cook. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. To the air, Allen. Right back to Cook for another completion. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, 1st down. From midfield, here's Allen. Finding Shakir across the formation. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short. Allen going to throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Now Allen, gotta have this one. Dancing to his left. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And the Dolphins are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. 1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. It's a big play there for Miami. 51 yards. The defense, they weren't fooled on that post route. They just couldn't make the play.
And the offense definitely tried to fool them because you saw the other route combinations, didn't you? Anything that they were running trying to draw attention away from the deep part of the field, but still had it covered, yet they were able to come up with a nice play.
Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal. Again, it's Mostert. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Raheem Mostert, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins are closing in on a 3rd straight victory to start the campaign. Extra point and good by Sanders. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. McKenzie now from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside. And it goes up. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they're set up in a golden position here right around the 10-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the fourth, it doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline is still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week, because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
One more time with Mostert. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. It goes as a loss of 6. And now third down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Sliding out of the pocket. And that will be incomplete. Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
And he missed it. It's no good. And that'll keep this a 22-point game. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the fourth quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, you know, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. He's got his target. It's the tight end Knox. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Here's Allen. Flushed out right.
It's a good play. That was a good play.
Nick Needham picks it off. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back early in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me, because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. On the handoff, this is Mostert. And he'll be close to a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 29. 177 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long. And this offense on third down today, they're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. Here it's 3rd and 2. Once again, it's Mostert. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll try it now with Mostert. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26.
Good game, y'all. Better tighten up in this shit.
Here we go, back. Steal, check, steal, cut.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into the...
Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And the Bills are going to have it here just past the 25. That is now 7 interceptions.
Put him in early.
Last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. And now look at this. Big game.
Man, he ain't catch that shit, man. Come on, man.
The Dolphins. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. And looky there, Charles, just acquired, already making an impact on the defensive side of the football.
Maybe not a superstar, but he does a few things well, and I think they'll emphasize that
You
in
don't
his
catch
new
that
role
shit.
with
You
this
know that,
team.
man.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he's got some space here. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. Tua now on 1st down. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. A run with Mostert up the middle. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? You set it down, clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Again, they'll run it with Mostert, and he'll fight his way down right around the 12. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Tua. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And the Bills are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Allen now looks to throw. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. Well, this defense has been smothering all game long. Why not give them 2 more points here in the closing minutes?
Well, they've certainly earned it. They've gotten the better of this offensive line for 4 quarters, and this sack here will just be a little icing on the cake.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away from the victory.
And Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of